in Denver's opening lineup. In at the guard spots, Murray and Brown. Cameron Johnson is out there with Jokic. And it's Strother in at small forward. And for Oklahoma City, Dort and Holmgren are the forwards. At the guard spots, we'll be seeing Gilgeous-Alexander and Wallace. And it's Hartenstein in at the center position. GA, this has all the makings of a high-scoring contest. We've got two outstanding offensive teams.
Both very skilled at shooting the ball, but that's exactly why this game will be decided by stops. Defense wins against teams who are elite scoring it.
Now, here's Holmgren. And it's out of bounds and last touch by Holmgren. Now, Jokic. Pass to Strother. Jokic with his screen on Dort. Strother, and Holmgren pulls it down. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
I spoke briefly with Oklahoma City's head coach. Coach joked that if he focused on a single aspect of stopping Nikola Jokic, he would probably just beat them a different way. Instead, he showed the team 5 video clips, each with a specific failure of guarding Jokic. He's asked his players to prevent those mistakes from happening. Guys?
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. And there's the call on Chet Holmgren. That's his first foul.
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Johnson outside. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Murray. Back to Johnson. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. I want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
Well, how about the job they got from their bench? That productivity was a major part of the outcome.
Now Murray. After the missed 3 from Chet Holmgren to the left side wing. Back to Murray. Launches a 3. And again, Denver, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Wallace outside. Dort with a screen for Wallace. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
This guy is as strong as they come. Lou Dort is a menace on the window.
Murray outside. Count it.
Oh, phenomenal work right there. There's times, boy, he can be tough to check.
The Thunder leading by 3. And Greg, the Thunder, NBA champions at last. And still incredibly young.
And this is no fluke. They defended, they shared it, trusted in the system and one another. The league's been put on notice. This team is just getting started.
Nice shot by Wallace.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
The Nuggets trail by 6. For 3, Murray. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And guys, getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now, here's SGA. He picked up 30 points in their last win against Dallas.
Boy, and defensively, he had them off balance. He was able to come away with 4 steals.
And here is Murray after the three-pointer from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Johnson left side from outside the arc. That one misses. So for the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to the Timberwolves. Back to Holmgren. Over Brown. And he can't bank that one in. The Nuggets trail by 6. Jokic finds Murray. Now Brown. Pass to Jokic. Murray outside. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Murray's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Nuggets.
And operating off the ball, credit Murray for staying engaged, ready to fire when asked.
SGA surveying the defense. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5.
My goodness, the ability of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to invite, to initiate that contact, so tough.
Brown with it, Wallace covering. Murray outside. Jokic trying to free himself up. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
This season, 88% on the line, so he has been in a comfort zone.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Jones is checked in. Free throw good, Murray. Greg, I think now is when we really see the value of depth as teams prepare for the playoffs.
It always helps when you can spread out your minutes, prevent stars from being overworked, and diminish the risk of injury.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard with a rundown of the league's best rebounding teams since the All-Star break. Number 5, the Nuggets.
I mean, they just out-muscle their opponents under the glass. I mean, impressive rebounding numbers, and they've really only gotten better.
Wallace, the pass to Dort. Back to Wallace. Holmgren finds Wallace. Trains the three-pointer. 6 points for him.
And running offense through Holmgren, great court awareness and really unselfish.
Pass to Jokic. And here is Murray. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Inside, here's Hartenstein. Makes it off the glass.
Now, Isaiah Hartenstein is a handful to deal with, folks. If he's that close to the bucket, look out.
And Jokic throws it down hard.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connecticut camp. Brought to you by AT&T. Holmgren in the corner. Oklahoma City moving it around. Count that one for Dort.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
Pass to Brown. Johnson outside. Jokic sets the screen for Johnson. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Oklahoma City leading by 8. It's Dort on the wing. Wallace outside. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. And there's another one for the Thunder.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Outside, Jones. Back to Murray. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And you can't fall asleep against Murray, especially when he's got great interior positioning. The D has got to be better.
Now, here's Holmgren. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
And guys, he was also huge on defense, turning away 2 shots and altering countless more.
And Greg, you might not be surprised to hear this, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes from a family of athletes.
Yeah, I mean, his mother was a sprinter in the 400 meters representing Antigua and Bermuda in the '92 Summer Games in Barcelona. Impressive.
SGA passes to Holmgren. Back to SGA. Down low. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
Screen by Jones. Pass to Jokic. Over Hartenstein. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Murray.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offensively. You hate it, though, when your opponent does the same.
Now Murray. After the missed three from Chet Holmgren.
You have to be careful if Chet Holmgren's around defensively. This guy, such a good shot blocker.
Outside, Dort. Got three off the mark. The Nuggets trail by 7. To the middle. Here's Jones. Lays it up and banks it in. Jones has got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here's Dort. He has 5. Holmgren finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Murray. SGA, no good.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
Pass to Jokic. Outside for Murray. Out to the right wing. 6 to shoot. The 3. The Thunder pull it in.
Well, that's the opportunity they're looking for, just not the result, obviously.
Murray against SGA. Back to Wallace. It's up a 3. It's not going to fall. He's taken 4 shots and made 2. Murray, the pass to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down hard.
Oh, that's just too easy for Jokic. This is why defensively you've got to get him away from the basket.
Holmgren outside. 1:46 left to play here in the first. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. To end the cold streak. Can't capitalize inside.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Stolen by Dort. Here's Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
I'll tell you, this is what you get for being careless with Lou Dort in your vicinity. This guy takes it away with ease.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Jalen Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Dort. Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for Wallace. And Jared McCain subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. The Nuggets also changing it up. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Jokic. Bruce Brown comes in for Johnson. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Christian Brown. 1:19 left in the first quarter of the game. Valanciunas finds Hardaway. Here's Jones. Murray outside. The kick out to Brown. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, Bruce Brown has turned himself into a legit threat from three-point territory. Look out, folks.
McCain with the ball. He's covered by Murray. Outside Williams. Pass to Holmgren. 6 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City moving it around. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Holmgren's got 10 points in the game. And here's Jones, defended by Holmgren. Murray against McCain. Shot from the top of the key, and again it's Denver.
He has been a one-man show trying to keep them competitive.
McCain against Murray. A nice shot by McCain.
makes up for a lack of speed with just tremendous effort and hustle on that play.
Out to Hardaway. Fires the three. And again, Denver with the triple.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Thunder out in front. They lead by 2. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. Hardaway is out there with Jamal Murray. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Brown. And it's Jones in at the force line.
Boy, after dropping 2 triples in the first quarter, he hasn't hit another yet.
Pass to Wiggins. And stolen by Murray. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Well, thanks a lot, guys. Coach Mark Daigneault talked about the Thunder's system of player development. He said we try to do things that serve both the team and the individual, and then it's easier for guys to commit to it. And if that happens, then you have an environment that can be pretty powerful. Back to you, Kevin.
Turning potential into production. Thanks a lot, Allie. Now here's Wiggins. Still without a basket. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Now it's a 7-point Oklahoma City lead. And Murray's got the ball here for Denver. It's off to Utah after this game where they'll face the Jazz. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Baseline jumper. Brown, no good. Oklahoma City leading by 7. It's McCain on the wing. He's covered by Murray. Pass to Wiggins. Holmgren with a screen on Brown. And it's Wiggins missing. Denver's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Murray with it. He's got 15. Over McCain. And again, Denver no good. Going inside. Here's Holmgren. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, you're going to have to try to foul him harder. Chet Holmgren wants to score through contact, getting stronger and stronger.
First team foul. At the line for your Oklahoma City, Chet Holmgren, shooting 1.
The free throw off from Holmgren. And Greg, on a team as stacked as OKC, you can almost forget about Chet Holmgren, who is the number 2 overall pick back in 2022.
And let's give him his flowers, right? The portrait of a modern big man. Shot blocking, shooting range, and plays with an edge.
Now here's Murray, one of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Here's McCain. There's the pick. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by Hardaway. To the inside. Here's Jones. And Jones slams it in.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. The Thunder making a switch here. SGA's checked in, and Denver with a change here too. Jokic is checked in. Murray against Gilgeous-Alexander. With the teardrop. In close, it's Gilgeous-Alexander.
Boy, delicate touch on that floater by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's pretty.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. And the call will go against Aaron Wiggins. That's his first foul. GA, in recent seasons, we've seen the MVP debate get a little contentious.
I mean, every year there's about 3 or 4 guys who are deserving of the award. And the closer the race is, I think the more heated things tend to get. So especially since the criteria for the award is so subjective.
Boy, this guy doing his job, spacing the floor. He had 2 triples in the first, and he just gets his third to go.
SGA passes to Holmgren. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Jones looking for an opening. Pass to Jokic. On the wing, Murray. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists tonight.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
Well, dependability, right? That is not wasting possessions. This is all about taking and making good shots.
Pass to Jokic. Oh, Jokic powering inside.
And if Jokic has the position inside, forget it.
Here's SGA. He's got 13. To the paint. Here's Holmgren. Got him with the pump fake. Savvy move right there. 14 points for Chet Holmgren.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And if you were to assemble a first-team all-second rounders, Jokic would be a shoo-in.
Denver shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
That free throw, no good.
And being such a good passer out of that 5 spot makes Jokic a triple-double machine.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein comes in for Jalen Williams. And it's Cason Wallace in for Isaiah Joe. And then for Denver, Johnson, he's checked in for Brown. And Christian Brown subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr.
And that's a rare missed opportunity from him. He'd been good as gold up until that point.
And the shot is good. And it's a 7-point Thunder lead. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Denver Nuggets, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
A game they definitely felt they could win, and with a break here or there, they probably could have.
You know what? The stats certainly looked good, but the fact of the matter is they couldn't deliver in the clutch moments, and that's something you've got to figure out moving forward.
Holmgren outside. Outside, SGA pulls it up. And there's another one for the Thunder.
Boy, this guy is an absolute force of nature on the offensive end. SGA, I don't know what the defense is going to do with you.
And here is Murray. He's coming off a 25-point game against Minnesota.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
Here's Wiggins following the score by Jamal Murray. Holmgren finds Wallace. SGA against Murray. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
But every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And the Thunder making a change here. Dort's checked in, and Denver with a change here too. Hardaway's checked in for Jones.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
SGA, no good on the free throw.
Boy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has become a walking bucket, folks. This is now an elite NBA scorer.
And the rejection by Holmgren.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
SGA against Hardaway. Here's SGA. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Boy, bringing tremendous energy right now, and his teammates are absolutely feeding off it.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
An 89% free throw shooter puts him right there among the league's best from the line.
Brown, he's checked in for Jamal Murray.
For your thunder, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. One shot.
And people doors talk about the right time for a team to go all in. What goes into that decision, do you think?
Well, first and foremost, if you are having a high measure of success, it becomes about how do we sustain this roster to not miss the window to compete for championships. If you're talented and you're winning, how do you do the best you can to sustain that kind of success?
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Now let's check out the team for the best free throw percentage. Second, the Thunder.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
Here's Brown. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Hartenstein with it. Jokic defending. Here's Holmgren. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Now here's Hardaway. 17 points for him last game against Minnesota. Jokic with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. A nice shot by Brown.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Here's Dort. He has 5. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander right over the defense.
I'll tell you, he's in a rhythm and playing with purpose. Great first quarter, even better in the second.
Down low, Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Jokic inside. He's against Hartenstein. Just 5 to shoot. And the basket is good. Hardaway has got his second bucket of the night.
What a beautiful blend of size and athleticism. Boy, Tim Hardaway Jr. is doing work inside.
Now looking at Cam Johnson. Doris, what are your thoughts on the evolution of his career?
I mean, so much yet to be decided, Kevin, because when he came in, people thought he would be the prototypical role player, just a 3-and-D guy. But as he's matured, he's shown some high-volume scoring threat to him. So how this plays out will be interesting.
Aaron Wiggins, he's checked in for Chet Holmgren. Hartenstein against Jokic. Back to Johnson. Now Brown. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Minnesota.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
Spacing things out a little. Smart of Jokic to take advantage from that mid-range.
Hartenstein with the screen for SGA. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game. And the Nuggets making a change here. Strother's checked in.
14 foul. At the line for your Oklahoma City, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Pass to Brown. Johnson right side. From the arc. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in.
And they continue to control the glass.
Higgins outside. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Wallace outside. Hartenstein with a screen on Brown. Two open that time. Made it look too easy. Wallace has got the lead up to 11 now for the Thunder.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now, here's Jokic. 35 points for him last game against Minnesota.
And don't forget about the 2 blocks. He really changed the game for his team on the defensive side.
And we get a chance to check out the numbers for Gilgeous-Alexander. And his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And what he's doing right now, carving up defensive schemes at will, second best scorer in the league. It's just a marvelous thing to watch and appreciate. Free throw, good. Jokic.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
SGA against Brown. Right side, SGA. 8 feet away. And that's good off the glass that time. SGA's got 27 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Pass to Jokic. Sinks that one from the post. Jokic has got 8 points in the quarter.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Now here's Wallace. 8 points for him. Here's SGA. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
First personal foul. 15 foul. At the line for 1. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
That free throw good from SGA.
What you love about Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is this young man's work ethic. He is a gym rat who's always looking for ways to improve.
Pass to Jokic. Johnson from outside. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Hartenstein's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's the break. Here's Brown, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Well, not only can Jokic get some steals, but he's such a great passer. He gets the break going with the quick outlet.
Outside, SGA. Here's Dort. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. So we conclude the first half. Thunder lead by 10. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this.
Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. How about we start out with the Western Conference and how those teams are stacking up? And guys, allow me to digress. Anybody care to explain what I saw in the catering area a few minutes ago?
No, Ernie. Shaq started it. I promise you, Ernie. It was not me. I never throw the first chicken.
Yeah, I can't believe you just snitched, Kenny.
Well, I don't care who did it. You're both cleaning it up.
But Ernie, was Kenny.
And shifting gears, back to the half we just watched. SGA, outstanding.
I got to shout out Gilgeous-Alexander tonight. He's making the defensive effort that the other team is displaying look college level. He's using his speed, his agility, and he's doing great tonight.
Oh, yeah, he's chopping it up out there, just like Ernie in the kitchen.
Ooh, Ernie, you in the kitchen?
Yeah, stay away from those sharp knives, boy, I tell you that. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you, 2 quarters in the books. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
The Nuggets trail by 10. At the guard spots, we'll be seeing Gilgeous-Alexander and Wallace. Dort and Holmgren are the forwards. And it's Hartenstein in at the 5, roaming the paint. And that's who Mark Daigneault starts the second half. Murray for 3. Dort grabs the miss.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Out to Wallace for 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Inside. Here's Jokic. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Oh, the Joker taking over. He's had his way offensively, making it look easy. It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Wallace kicks to Holmgren. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Clock at 6. And a wide open look for SGA. And a miss there on the triple.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open and yet somehow comes away empty.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot. Cameron Johnson stays even. He said, I just try to come in and do my job every game, no matter what that looks like. And as somebody who shoots a lot of threes, some days can be better than others. So you just ride the waves while you can and focus on that next play, the next shot, and your results, they'll be the results. Back over to you.
Thank you, Allie.
This is one of the strongest 6'4" players in the league. Lou Dort is not going to have a problem playing through contact and getting an N1 opportunity.
Doris, in any discussion about Lou Dort, the first topic has got to be his defense.
Kevin, I'm going to be honest, I don't think we talk about him consistently enough as a player who should and could win Defensive Player of the Year. If you are a perimeter shooter or a perimeter scorer, the last guy you want looking opposite you is Lou Dort. Lou Dort earned his way into the NBA because of what he brings on the defensive end. He is stout, he's not going to back away from a challenge, and now he's knocking down threes. Those players in high demand.
Here's Strother. Nothing on the board. Johnson, good.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Holmgren outside. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Puts it up. It's Shai fighting through contact down low.
Boy, has
hasn't mattered what the defense has tried. He has had every counter. What a great night.
Pass to Brown. Johnson surveying the floor. Here's Jokic. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. 18 points for Jokic.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Dort. A three-pointer off the mark. The Nuggets trail by 10. Shoots over Holmgren. Again, the Nuggets score.
Oh, how about the smooth mid-range jumper from Cam Johnson? That's in his bag.
Oklahoma City's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Misses off the left iron. Denver's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Hartenstein against Murray. Shot clock at 6. Thunder with the rebound. Hartenstein's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Dort. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. The Nuggets making a switch here. Jones is checked in. We've got a moment to see the league leaders in steals. Well, you look at Wallace. Such quick hands. 2nd in the NBA.
And he's been a rock for them defensively. Just so many steals for him this year, and so many of them have been in key moments for his team.
Jones kicks to Murray. Jokic sets the screen for Murray. Back to Jones. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Jones has got 13.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Murray. Outside, SGA, just 4 to shoot. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
And I love the competitive edge Holmgren plays with, coming right back with his own triple.
Outside, Jones. Johnson sets the screen for Jones. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
SGA, good.
But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a thirsty scorer, and if you concede the mid-range, he'll take it.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. They force the shot clock violation. Great team. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. On Tuesday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls. And then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Jalen Brunson and the New York Knicks.
And for that game against the Nuggets, even though they should get the win, I would expect it to be a bit of a battle. Just because they are favored doesn't mean it's an automatic W.
Holmgren finds SGA. Shea going through the defense.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Hartenstein against Jokic. Shot to stop the run. Bucket is good. Jokic has got 6 points in the quarter.
And they try to stonewall Jokic, but he's not having it. He's just fearless going up inside.
Here's SGA. He gets that one. SGA's got the lead up to 14 now for Oklahoma City.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Aaron Wiggins, he's checked in for the Thunder. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time. Sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all. And, of course, the Nuggets, and they're down 4 spots from them.
And, for the Thunder, they've been ruthless competitors all season long. I mean, they've assured themselves of plenty of home games in the postseason. Let's see if they can take advantage. I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
And to me, he's just playing smart, efficient basketball, really helping his team hang around this one.
Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. Offline from the top of the key. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. A 12-point game. Jones finds Brown. Here's Jokic, and there's another one for the Nuggets.
Listen, this guy's doing his part. It's what we know he's about, but they have got to get some productivity from some other guys on this roster.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He has 38 in the game. In the corner, Wallace with it. Holmgren with a screen on Brown. That shot wide open. Wallace has got 11.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Outside, Jones. Johnson, a wide open look. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Johnson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
That is how you answer from distance. Cam Johnson step into the 3.
Holmgren with a screen on Murray. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And he lays it straight in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 40 points.
Oh, he's been a man on a mission, and there's nothing that's slowing him down.
Pass to Brown. Johnson kicks to Jones. Jokic against Hartenstein. Got a piece of it. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Thunder lead by 14. Denver's gone 3 of 7 from 3-point range here in quarter number 3. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Now Johnson. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Got a piece of it.
Man, tough defense from Isaiah Hartenstein. He's not having it at the rim.
And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for Wallace. And then for Denver, Brown comes in for Johnson. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Christian Brown. Holmgren with it. He's got 21. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one drops. SGA's got 42 in the game.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Jokic with this screen on Wiggins. Jokic on top, releases. The Nuggets with another miss. The Thunder lead by 16. Holmgren with a screen on Hardaway. Wiggins drives in.
Now we get a chance to check out Chet Holmgren.
Since the break, he's been simply stellar. And he's an eraser inside, a definite factor defensively, right in that top 5 in blocks per game.
And he's so explosive, so hungry. You really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there. That's why he's top 5 in rebounding. Free throw good. Wiggins. And the Thunder with some changes. Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. And Jared McCain subbed in for SGA. And so he makes both from the line. Here's Pickett. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Outside Hardaway. Valanciunas sets a screen for Hardaway. They get the rebound. Valanciunas, good.
Well, I think this is something Jonas Valanciunas has hung his hat on, his ability to consistently get to the offensive window. Nicely done.
Here's McCain. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. The Nuggets trail by 16. To the wing on the left. Back to Valanciunas. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
You'd rather see him dunk that. Impose your will if you can.
Here's Joe. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's on Jonas Valanciunas and Isaiah Joe, a high-level shooter, Doris, who does a lot of his damage off the catch.
Kevin, one of the prettiest jump shots in the league. This guy is always shot ready. The form is on point. The balance is there. You talk about a preeminent shooter, that is Isaiah Joe.
The first one falls.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And the Thunder making a change here. Williams is checked in. And Joe drops them both. The Nuggets trail by 18. 1:25 left in the third. Jones, no luck. And here are the Thunder now. They're on a 13-5 run here. Here's McCain. Rebounded by Hardaway.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Here's Valanciunas. Beyond the arc. Pickett, that's good. Pickett's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Well, you love to see the intelligent basketball being played by Valanciunas, not just thinking about his own offense, but creating for his guys.
Joe with it, guarded by Hardaway. Bounce pass, Joe. Shot clock at 5. The Thunder with another miss. The Nuggets trail by 15. Valanciunas passes to Pickett. Now here's Brown, covered by Wiggins. Outside Hardaway. No good on the three. And it's Wiggins with the ball for the Thunder. 16 seconds left in the third quarter. Can't get it to fall. And here is Hardaway. 5 points in the game. Valanciunas with a screen on Wiggins. Hardaway from outside. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for the Thunder. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this way?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So on the floor for Denver, Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Jones. Then there's Bruce Brown. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Murray in at the point. The Nuggets trail by 15. Here's Jones outside for Murray. Drains it from beyond the arc. Murray's got 26 points.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
To the inside, McCain shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Third personal foul.
It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
I like this throwback approach they're taking, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done.
The first free throw is good. And McCain drops them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Hardaway passes to Jones. Now Murray. The tray. And again, it's the Nuggets from deep.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Oklahoma City leading by 11. Holmgren with a screen on Murray. Holmgren kicks to Wiggins. From deep. And Jones pulls it down.
I'll tell you, he has not been at his best, but they're winning, and that's all that matters.
And it's Murray penetrating. That cuts the lead to single digits.
And you know what? He's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
And never Greg an all-star, but he is a star. Jamal Murray can flat out play.
And he's had his hurdles to overcome with injury over the years, but he's never one to shrink from a challenge, and he remains a prolific shot creator.
Kenrich Williams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City.
And what you love about Murray, you can count on him when the game is on the line. He's one of the most confident players in our league.
Now here's Wiggins. Pass to McCain. Here's Joe. Oklahoma City moving it around. Now McCain. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Outside, Jones. Now here's Hardaway. Murray outside. And the layup is good. Murray's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
It's just what the doctor ordered here. Boy, have they needed him here in the fourth.
Now McCain. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. No good there. The Nuggets trail by 6. Pass to Valanciunas. Murray surveying the D. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And you can just see the confidence level growing with each shot that he's made. That's now 5 of 5 here in the fourth.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
And what I like about Murray is how he just goes at you. He doesn't hold back on either end and uses his motor to wear you down.
And the dunk by Holmgren.
And that bucket should stop the bleeding.
And here's Denver. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Now here's Murray. 6 to shoot. Out to Hardaway. And now here comes Williams leading the break. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Spencer Jones. That's his second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for your Oklahoma City.
What's up?
Williams. Shooting one.
Free throw no good for Williams. And it's Jones with the ball for Denver. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Here's Hardaway. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Zeke Najee's checked in for Jones.
Shooting one.
That free throw good from Hardaway.
Yeah, Tim Hardaway Jr. to me is a terrific all-around player, right? He can score it, he can pass it, he'll rebound the position. There's a lot to like about his game.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot's good. SGA's got 44.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off just sensational stuff.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's Murray. And that one drops for him. Murray's got 39.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Here's SGA. Gilgeous-Alexander on the fly.
Oh, my goodness. How good was that move by Shea, creating a bucket? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Hardaway passes to Jokic. Pass to Murray. Over SGA. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. 41 points for Jamal Murray.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
And they pick up 2. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 48.
Yeah, teams will try to get physical with SGA, but make sure you understand that wiry frame is big-time strong.
SGA against Murray. Brown outside. Hardaway sets a screen for Brown. Here's the three. It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Hardaway.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Murray left side. Over SGA. It counts. And the foul.
Defensive foul.
That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
Overcoming the contact. Gotta hand it to Murray. He has excellent touch.
Hartenstein, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Wallace comes in for Isaiah Joe. Johnson, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Christian Brown comes in for Bruce Brown. Free throw good, Murray.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
For Oklahoma City, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Outside, SGA. To the middle, deflects the pass. Jokic with the steal. Here's Brown. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Oklahoma City's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Holmgren kicks to Wallace. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander connects from three-point range. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 53. Wallace against Brown. Pass to Murray. Nice move. And the layup is up and in. Murray's got 46 points.
He comes up huge here in the fourth quarter.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Wallace outside. And it's off from three-point range. The Nuggets trail by 3. Murray, the pass to Brown. Now Johnson. Defended by Holmgren. Back to Johnson to tie it up. And the three ball is good. Johnson's got 11 in the second half.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away.
For your own see-through.
He's checked in for Oklahoma City. And a switcher also for Denver. Strother's checked in. And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Mark Daigneault had some words for his team over the last break. Coach was urging his team to play strong defense, reminding them no easy hoops, give effort, and help when needed. They do say defense wins championships, guys.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Pass to Jokic. Now Murray to take the lead. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Holmgren's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
At the line for your Oklahoma City, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Shoot 2.
Taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And he makes the first, but misses the second. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. They trail by 3.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Now, here's SGA.
Nuggets foul. Crawford. Second personal foul. 14 foul.
Wallace looking for an opening. Outside, SGA. Down to 5 on the shot clock. In the corner, Wallace with it. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Brown. Back to Murray. Hartenstein against Jokic. Pass to Brown. Back to Jokic. To take the lead. Jokic fighting through contact.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Down low, and the dunk by Hartenstein.
Oh, you'd love to see Isaiah Hartenstein step up in a big moment. That is so big time.
Nugget shooting is beautiful right now. 60% for the game. Pretty much everyone out there has been stroking it. Here's Strother. Here's Murray. Oh, a beautiful finish off that spectacular reverse.
And the competitive nature of Murray making all the difference there, doing everything he can to rally his team.
Now, here's George. Holmgren. And get the three.
I mean, apparently he still has the green light to shoot threes, but he is in an absolute funk right now.
Jokic against Hartenstein. Jokic inside. The shot misses.
Nothing more important than protecting the rim, folks, and that's exactly what they get.
On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. The 8-footer. Good, he hits again.
And what a night, arguably the best in franchise history.
Tying the franchise mark for most points in a game. The next basket breaks it. Johnson with a screen on Hartenstein. Jokic against Hartenstein. Jokic inside. Hands off.
You know, so much of rebounding is about effort, and no lack of that right there. He had to box out and establish great position.
Outside, SGA. Holmgren outside. Here's Dort to take the lead. Murray rips down the board. Wallace against Brown. Outside, Jokic. A slam by Jokic.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Trailing by 2. Here's SGA. Holmgren fires. And trying for the go-ahead basket. Doesn't go in. Outside Jokic. Now Johnson from outside. Hartenstein with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And he does not hit. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Had to foul on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Two shots.
Drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ballgame.
Well, just a great job there. He put the game out of reach.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're trailing by 4. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
No time to waste here. Quick bucket and a foul.
Everybody has got to be in the exact perfect position defensively, and execution has got to be on point.
SGA. The three is off. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Shooting for Denver, Jamal Murray at the line for two.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game. Holmgren fires. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. So the Nuggets win it. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
Let's now hear from Allie LaForce, who is courtside with our player of the game.
Well, Jamal, tonight it seemed like at times you guys could not miss. What got into this team?
We're just locked in. Like I said, we're being aggressive. We're scoring at the rim, which opened up the three. Everybody had a night, to be honest, and that three really opened up for us. So we needed that, especially late.
Inside Out basketball. Thanks, Jamal.
Oh, terrific job, Allie. Thank you so much. That was enjoyable. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us. And now we present the player of the game, Jamal Murray.